When we speak of Africa as a country, it doesn't mean that we are trying to discount the historical nuances of our individual countries. But I strongly believe that as long as these lords of poverty subject all of us to the same economic and political whiplash, then we too must unite in our efforts to create a common language that amplifies solidarity and pressures our governments to abandon short-sighted, expedient, haphazard policies and silo mentalities. Instead, we must push for a unified bargaining power. Just as they are united against us, our countries must be united as we aim to meet our African aspirations. The international economic system and the system within which Bretton Woods institutions function is rigged. And it's rigged in favor of yesterday's colonizers. We must also remember that these same powers who preach democracy and accountability to us run these mafia institutions in the most unaccountable fashion, with the US always ruling the World Bank and the Europeans always ruling the IMF, both through what they called a gentleman's agreement. We know that opening our markets, protectionism, all of these things that they told us not to do is actually what we need to do to develop our thing. We know a lot of that. We know that before we even invite them to our countries, we must have a bulletproof, long-term national development strategies that we have offered. Development strategies that aim to empower every section of society, beginning with the most marginalized. We know this and much more, and yet we continue to enact development policies handed to us by these lords of poverty and give us the same results over and over again. What is wrong with us?